Okay, just answering some emails today, and I have one from Suzanne. She's asking about a bit of a clearer insight into how to operate the bulk feature scans and how to make the spreadsheets. Now, early on in the piece, we realized that not every CSV created to upload was working perfectly, and I guess that comes down to you've got Excel, CSV, you've got OpenOffice, you've got Macintosh, and sometimes you can export a CSV as an MS-DOS version or a regular version. And there was a little bit of lacking in consistency in getting that exact right CSV to make it work. Well, we solved that. We used Google Spreadsheets and it works perfectly. But just to clarify the process one time, nice and simply, we're going to pick a page to do here. So I'll lean on in here and we'll pick something like say Best Buy. Now you can see over on the side here you've got the example URLs that we use, and sometimes it's not URLs, sometimes it's categories. Like if we go down to target.com, you can see that we don't require URLs, we require these category numbers. And in creating our spreadsheet, that's what we want to put in the very first column. So if I click on the used bulk here and we do upload a new file, it gives us a bit of an example of what we need to put into the spreadsheet. So in cell A1, we want to have the word category. So we're going to put that into a Google spreadsheet. So just pop on into your Google Drive and start a new spreadsheet. And we'll type category in there. And let's have a look. We want start page in B1 and last page in C1. Start page, last page. So far so good. Now we do give you a bit of an example here for target. So it would be for target you put the category number in A2 and then the category number in A3, category in A4 and so on, and then you put your start and your end page in. So you might want to scan from pages 1 to 10, pages 2 to 15, maybe page 1 to 3, etc. So let's go back to our Best Buy scenario here. There's Best Buy hiding on me. You guys can probably all see it. No, I'm missing it. There it is. All right, so I'll steal these two sample URLs just to show how this can work. And let's just do start page from 1 to 1 and start page from 1 to 1. And this is the smallest bulk list in the history of bulk lists, but I can show you how this operates now. So we're going to call this a Best Buy bulk, and we're going to file download as comma separated values. And I can see that's been saved. I will now go back here and I'm going to upload a new file, choose a file, and in the download categories there I see Best Buy Bulk Sheet 1, which is the one I just created. I'm going to upload that. Now because it was a Google Sheet export, the software picks it up with no problems whatsoever. And now I want to make sure that Best Buy is selected here, and because it's a Best Buy scan, we haven't as yet added a feature to scan multiple stores on one sheet. It is coming. And now you notice that these are grayed out now because we're in the use bulk mode, the little box is ticked, but you can still put your filters in there. So you might want to put your store discounts, removing ranks, and all the other filters you'd normally put, because essentially what it's going to do now is scan these URLs one by one, as if you're doing a single page scan, but it's simply just skipping from one to the next, to the next, to the next. So if I hit submit now, it begins. Now it's a little bit different up here. It actually tells us that it's looked at the CSV file and that it knows we want to scan this URL from page 1 to 1, and we're going to follow that up with this URL from page 1 to 1. And what will happen it's going to go through the first page, and I'll let it run. We can talk for a minute. We've got a few seconds. It doesn't look like this has been cached, so this particular category on Best Buy hasn't been looked at recently. Oh, actually my cache is turned off because I'm running some tests, so it may have been looked at. So this would have been faster if I had my cache setting turned on, more than likely. So how's everybody doing? I hope you're enjoying this bulk scan video. I could edit this bit out, but it's really only for 30 more seconds, so current product 16. So actually, let me tell you a little bit about our speed up features. We're actually adding speed up features to dozens and dozens of categories of domains. Now, for the most part, it's kind of like a trade-off. If the site has got a UPC on it, like Best Buy does, we can't really speed up the grabbing of the data unless we use the API. Now, Best Buy's got an API, so we're probably going to be integrating that soon anyway. But aside from that rule, if the site has a UPC, it's slower but more accurate. And if the site doesn't have UPC matching, then we've done the speed up feature. And I think it's over 60 sites we've sped up now. So one of the reasons why this site's a little slower is because we have UPC accurate matching. Now, if I scroll down, you can see that what happened is when it got to the end of that page, it skipped ahead to the next category, which is the second row on the bulk list. So that's pretty much how making a bulk sheet works, and hopefully that clears up your question, Suzanne, and anybody else's question who's wondering how to make a bulk sheet.